Hello and welcome everyone to the Chimerians podcast. I'm your host Yassine and your host Abdallah. Abdallah is good. Abdallah, came on what you were saying. What about last
والله
week?
صحيت علي. هي موصلة من شو اسمه من من نهار الجمعة اللي فاتت وقت تفرجت في شو اسمه ذا انتاتشبل بتاع دينيرو اللي فيه دينيرو
Mm-hmm.
يمثل آل كابون.
El Capone, yep. You told me about it.
وإتس ويرد كيفاش ما كنتش نعرف. ايش قلت لي؟
Yeah, you told me about it. وقتها نزل ديجا غلطت وقتها قلت لك ذا انتاتشبل مشي في بالي الآخر الفيلم فرنساوي.
حتى أنا كيك لما الأول في مشي في مخي اللي هو ذات فرنش موفي من بعد
Mm-hmm.
تيرنز اوت تو بي معناها almost like a Scorsese movie.
اه اوكي. في انتاتشبل ما همش حاطين اصلا دينيرو like one of the lead actors.
هو
Yeah?
هو شنو هو كاينتك الفيلن كله ما يظهرش برشا فهمت.
اه.
معناها he's not really a main character.
Mm-hmm.
صحيح معناها plays a big part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
معناها حتى كي تتفرج ما تقولش معناها كيما نقولوا what an acting دينيرو ديد ولا حاجه. انا he was just Al Capone والفيلم الكل كي was involving around معناها كيما نقولوا catching him ولا suing him ولا حاجه. So the main characters were like detectives معناها الكل.
Mm-hmm. Directed by Brian De Palma. Yeah, وقتها قلت لي هو the same director بتاع Scarface.
Yeah, exactly.
Scarface. Interesting. هذا الدايركتور نتفكر وقتها فما تفرجت في الدوكيومنتري about ستيفن سبيلبرغ كان يطلع فيه برشا هذاك الدوكيومنتري. He's also director بتاع the OG Mission Impossible.
Yeah, أول فيلم بتاع Mission Impossible he directed.
Yeah. Interesting. That is really interesting.
وعملت معاها بنادي الرجال السري هذاك. أنا
Yeah
كيكو
الفيلم
but they
المصري.
wanted one of my friends wanted an Egyptian movie we went for it. حبوا على
Mm.
فيلم مصري عنده باش ما تفرجوش that was my recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
من بعد وقت ما تفرجت في حد شيء قعدت ما
Okay,
قعدت ما أنا ما تفرجت في شيء ديجا ما تلهيتش شنو؟
uh, بكمل تو we'll get back to it later. كمل ايه؟
قلت لك هذا ما تفرجت فيه من نهار الجمعة.
Yeah
نهار
yeah.
السبت ما تفرجت فيه شيء نهار الأحد
Mm-hmm.
ما تفرجت فيه شيء.
Mm-hmm.
بالتالي نهار الاثنين
اللي هو
نهار
basically two
الاثنين ولا
days
نهار
ago.
الثلاثة نهار ثلاثة
نهار 21 يقابل بالثلاث المفروض يب. Mm-hmm.
يا 21.
Yeah.
نهار ثلاثة قلت I'm gonna watch two movies ما فيهوش.
Okay.
فما after hours من قبل نخمم فيه بتاع سكورسيزي خاطر it's like معناها كي شفته معناها they said اللي هو it's a romantic movie of Scorsese اللي هي it's
Yeah
triggering
man.
معناها صارت تتفرج في a romantic movie معناها كيما نقولوا made by Scorsese the
Uh,
gangster of movies.
yeah and once you watch it
Even
can you
though معناها
realize it's not romantic جملة.
exactly it's not a romantic it's like a Tarantino movie okay.
Yeah I feel those vibes yep. It's a weird
اصلا
Scorsese
معناها كان
movie.
it is a weird Scorsese movie it is so good صح.
Yeah I mean it is so captivating and عارفك اللي once you start watching هاك you can't stop على خاطر that motherfucker.
exactly you're hooked.
بالضبط. Speak of like the worst luck ever. هو he's the exact
The
definition.
worst luck ever. وذوكم تعرفني معناها I fucking love those kind of movies.
Mm-hmm.
معناها I wanna make that kind معناها بتاع main character
Mm-hmm.
who he keeps getting unluckier and unluckier and unlucky.
يا ودي
That's what
بالضبط.
I love about those movies.
يا ودي لين اصلا في الاخر تحس تولك like it does have اصلا a comedic effect.
Exactly هذاك علاش قلت لك it's like so it's weird انه هو it's a Scorsese movie.
هذيك الفازة الاولى.
معناها كان تفرجت فيه I would have never guessed it جملة.
Yeah.
I would have said that's a Tarantino movie ولا أي مخرج معناها يعمل أفلام كيما تارانتينو معناها either Guy
Honestly
Ritchie
يجيني like it's
ولا
some sort of
روبرت
David
رودريغيز.
Lynch movie في those vibes I don't know why.
I don't know David Lynch maybe it gives the vibe أمورك الكالرز و
مور الكالرز امور
معناها امور
choices music.
سينماتوجرافي.
شوف for the first like اول 4 دراج ولا حاجه كيما هيك before، خاطر في الاول it started so disturbing، حتى هذيك تخلل هذوكم ولقى هذيك واحده تعمل في طرش من سمسرف، هذيك الواحدة تعجن وترى شنو تصنع في ذاك التمثال بالجرايد.
يا اي لاف ذاك الراندوم كريبي ستاف اللي
بالضبط،
حطوها
علاش قلت
فيه.
لك literally when you watch the movie اول 20 دقيقة حكى لي اوكي that's some sort of، علاش قلت لك it felt like a David Lynch movie على
اه
خاطر.
ديفيد لينش، بس خبر قلت فينشر.
no David Lynch I said David Lynch.
يا بس صحيح هو عندك الويرد ستاف وكل شيء but he
في الاول
doesn't
that's
put in
how it
that way.
felt for me، على خاطر قبل معناه I understand معناه okay what the movie is trying to do like hey this man is going from bad to worst. اما في الاول جاتني سوبر كريبي هذيك كيفاش معناها مشي لهذيك لايك اللي تقول عليهم عايشين في لايك هيوج جراج، هذيك تصنع في طرش من التمثال، والاخر شي سو كريبي وبيرنز وهذاك الكتاب كلي. علاش قلت لك it felt creepy كل you don't.
يا فيها ذا كريبي فايب.
بالضبط هذاك علاش قلت
I
لك
don't know, not the making of David Lynch.
يعني
ما
جاتني
نعرفش
extended
he has another way. معناها كان نقولوا مثال it's his idea ولا هي معناها it's his idea ولا he contributed، نقول لك there is a touch of David Lynch. I don't know, when you see it that's not done by David Lynch. Also that's not done by Scorsese. You
yeah
can't tell.
بالضبط. also
أنا مش عارف it
something
felt
I'm
like
proud I
an old
noticed.
Tarantino movie.
how جاك something I'm proud I noticed في هذيك مش عارف if you noticed it or not، في اللقطة هذيك when he went to the bar
Okay.
the guy اللي was moving the light بتاع شو اسمه بتاع البار وكل شيء وشاد البروجيكتور.
Hey, Scorsese himself.
you noticed it.
Of course ريتها أخي.
nice
أنا مش عارف أخي تتفرج وما ترهاش معناها it's like you didn't even pay
dude
attention to the
مشيت في
movie.
الليتر بوكس وكنت اشوف هيك في الريفيوز وكل I didn't find people mentioning it، هيك كل مشيت I wrote that review.
مش عارف maybe check it on Reddit or something. خاطر معناها on Letterboxd تلقى review about the whole movie معناها as a whole.
no أما
معناها قليل
قصدي
واحد
you
حط
you
في
will find
review for
المفروض you will
Scorsese.
find people mentioning that I know المفروض على خاطر people dig for these kind of Easter eggs وكل and I didn't find anybody mentioning it.
I don't know, it was obvious معناها nobody needed to point it out.
Actually no for
بس
someone who might be watching the movie على خاطر قبل سكورسيزي كانت عنده فاز هذيك السكسوكة وكل and he looks young eh I don't think most of the people will actually notice him.
maybe. أما في مخي مش عارف علاش أي عبد كده مشي يعمل account في Letterboxd at least knows معناها how Scorsese looks.
I mean yeah at the same time people maybe know him خاطر he's old maybe it needs a name معناها كي أصلا you pay attention to it for whatever reason.
I mean طول تشوفه معناها there is some guy معناها كلا point in lights وكل شيء بتلقى سكورسيزي. تحس عمل فازات السبكي كده بتاع مصر.
yeah anyway كمل the movie doesn't feel like كما قلت أنت like a Martin Scorsese movie.
دي كما قلت لك it feels like an old Tarantino movie. معناها تارانتينو كلا في 90s ولا حاجة كيما هيك.
well I think Nolan movies are more energetic than this.
Yeah there is that. هذاك علاش تحسه كله خلطة درا كيفاش وباري.
yeah
It's like directed by Scorsese but it feels like a Tarantino movie with a touch of David Lynch.
yeah
That's why it was so good حسيت.
بالضبط. also I mentioned David Lynch على خاطر the whole هذيك البلاصة اللي عايشين فيها هذيك سوهو كلها it's so
أوي.
dark and grimmy كلها أصلا Gotham.
Exactly كل هذاك علاش انت كي قلت من ديفيد لينش سمعت انا على اساس ديفيد فينشر وكملت فيه الموضوع.
ها I don't know خاطر
قلت
لي
لك
في
maybe
مخ.
the colors والسينماتوجرافي.
But yeah, honestly, the movie is so cool. Actually, it is so engaging. Actually, once you start watching, you can't stop. And
اكزاكتلي اصلا مانيش فاهم كيفاش ما مش معروف جمله معناها في افلام سكورسيزي.
Yeah, جاب الماس review is 4.1. That's 8.2 for you. I gave the movie 4 stars and you gave it 4.5.
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. ما it's like معناها كيما نقولوا ما فماش حتى بارتي في الفيلم اللي تسد فيها ولا تحب تتعدى ولا حاجة.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I also like the element بتاع هذا بس مش عادية how برسم اللي great screenwriter will establish all the elements you need من الأول. بس هذيك اوكي فما those معناها those robbers those thieves
إيه.
كيفاش يوروا لك فيهم وهو هنا شافهم وكله وفي الاخر خلاص they actually stole him. ذيك الوزن مش عادية.
Yeah, and
لا
saved them kind of.
بالضبط that was genius. That was genius.
Yeah, that was very
The
good.
burglars.
uh, yeah, that's one of the aspects I liked اللي هو everything was connected in the movie.
بالضبط هيك هو اللي كيفاش التاكسيستي هذاك اصلا التاكسيستي هذاك اللي معاه في الاول كيفاش داعس على البيدال بتاع الفيتيس هو مش عادية.
كيك بعدين يمشي يسرق لك ال $20 هذوك ويهزهم له في الاخر.
yeah uh,
وش اسمها the one who killed herself turns out to be the
yeah الجيرفريند
bartender's
بتاعها
girlfriend
yeah
everything got connected I don't
yeah
know somehow معناها every girl he meets كلها is creepy I love that
بالضبط
about the movie.
بالضبط.
It's like basically لا حتى معناها كلها sometimes you be like كلها come on that girl is hot come on that girl معناها كيما نقولوا deserves a chance.
yeah
بعدين لازم باش تعمل لك فازة كلها nah she doesn't.
yeah ودي كهو هذيك عارف في مخي بعد اللي تفرجت في الفيلم تفكرت هذيك ذا لاين وقت اني قلت لك هذاك هو الجرة اللي تبع النسون.
والله جرة اللي تبع الناس انا رقبت
فكرت
ليلتها في دارهم راهو جو مريكل.
والله كل يوم كهو. anyway that was
بالحق كلا those are becoming معناها كيما نقولوا one of my favorite genres اللي هما كل the one day ولا one night movies اللي
mhm
معناها يجيب لك main character ويتعدى لك معناها just one day ولا one night و a lot of stuff happened it was just a full day وكذا.
mhm
like a busy day in the most random and weirdest ways.
uh-huh. Yeah honestly yeah there is a certain magic معناها بتاع انك انت تشد a certain concept ولا a story and you boil it down to the least معناها you be so معناها economic ولا so minimalistic with what you will what the story will tell you just put the necessary elements. Actually, okay, just a man one night here's what will happen look how no fancy stuff.
yeah we need to make a movie like that تنجم حتى تكون تنجم حتى تكون بالتونسي معناها وكل شيء it would work على الآخر. we already had days like that معناها.
بالضبط. yeah
can be so achievable it's always engaging معناها.
mm-hmm. yeah
anyway
after hours is so cool. That's the
I
sum of
so
it.
recommend it حسيب.
Same. Anyway after that لحظة
after
بالك
that
لحظة here's my question. There is that scene وقتها يمشوا لهذيك القهوة وكل and she was talking about her ex and she said like he's so obsessed with the Wizard of Oz وبعدين لقيتك
yeah
ديريكت
that
تلوج
made
the
me watch
Wizard
the
of
movie.
Oz. والله عرفت
that's
قلت خلاص
exactly
عبد
what
الله
happened.
بس واي ومش يتفرج في the Wizard of Oz.
that's exactly what happened. يعني وقتها كل في مخي شنو نتفرج في زوز افلام. عندي في مخي حاضر اللي هو After Hours. أنا that's for damn sure كل شيء نتفرج فيه. بس ما قررتش شنو هو الفيلم الثاني.
Yep.
like literally خليت قبل ما نتفرج في The Wizard of في شو اسمه في After Hours. like I googled movie recommender أصلا. قعدت نلهوج معناها كلا معناها about a movie من الأول it looked promising because كل they ask you معناها what mood are you in معناها are you happy are you sad are you neutral معناها what is the most style معناها كيما نقولوا you feel like you wanna watch كل
Mhm.
genres what do you prefer من هذوما تقعد تجاوب على برشا سؤالات it looked
Mhm.
promising من الأول
Mhm.
قلت لي في recommendations they started giving me movies كل كان أعرفهم بريسك
Uh, okay, I
أعطيني
guess.
فيلم in time
Uh,
بعد لي قعدت نبدل أعطاني فيلم آخر وقعدت نبدل وكل شيء اللي بعد لي آيست ورجعت نتفرج في افتر اورز قلت تاهي نكمل افتر اورز تحلها ربي من بعد يا اخي جات الريفرنس هذيك
uh-huh.
نتاع ذا ويزرد اوف اوز I was like معناها anyway وقت مازلنا حكينا على شو اسمه على Singin in the Rain
Yeah.
مازلنا حكينا على Singin in the Rain وتحسهم ما نعرفش when you say Wizard of Oz you say
Singing in the
Singin in
rain.
the Rain تحسهم الزوز فرد ايرا ولا حاجه كيما هيك
Yeah.
قلت برا نكمل نتفرج فيه معناها وكل شيء I ended up liking it
Mm-hmm.
انت تفرجت فيه ما ذا ويزرد اوف
Yeah,
اوز
yeah,
تو
I did watch it too. What I was gonna say is I
what do you
think
think
you're underestimating. You're not. Letterboxd is the best. عارف if البلاي اللي يعطيهم لك Spotify are so cool. Letterboxd is like that in movies. You know? I think instead of you معناها looking for movie recommendations وكل look for playlists. But رسمي will be
في بالي
surprised
في بالي
how well
اما
curated
كلا
certain playlists are.
شفت اني وقت بلاي ليست وكل شيء شفت حتى فما كل بلاي ليست كل 1001 movies you need to watch before you die
Yeah. But
ساعات نخطف منهم افلام
فما هذيك it's good.
but
أما
the thing
what's even better than that لو تلقى عباد مثلا like movies that will make you feel this way. معناها movies that are معناها مقسمين أصلا بالمود ولا حاجة كما كاك. Those are the lists اللي معناها.
كل تو سبيسيفيك معناها
رب I don't know if you let me just هني ترجعها letterbox اللي قدامي. I'm just gonna see شنو like what are some خاطر هما ديما يعملوا لي في شنو أكثر تو list trending. Um, but movies Kate Siegel, I don't know who's Kate Siegel, having one of the trending تو حاليا playlists. Movies Kate Siegel hasn't seen but has probably lied and said she totally has. I don't know, black old Hollywood films. Well, this is too general. أما فما نحصلوا top 10 widescreen films. Best dance scenes ever. Forgetting gems that should be talked about. I don't know, these tests معها فما some effort that is put into Palestinian Cinema Archive.
كيك فاهمك يعني شنو الفازة كل حتى هذيك معناها كيما نقولوا it still needs a bit of effort معناها كل لازمني باش نلقى بلاي ليست كاملة كل I need to go through معناها كيما نقولوا some movies maybe نشوف شنو هو اللي تروجني مور معناها titles ولا
Mm-hmm.
I don't know actors ولا حاجة all I want just معناها كيما نقولوا one movie تيني فيلم and I just watch it without even معناها thinking فهمت
Yeah.
هذاك علاش مشيت الفاست موفي ريكومندر باش يعطيني فيلم هكا وقعدت كل ريفريش في الريكومنديشنز نتاع
Yep.
لان قلت يفصل بعد الريفرنس هذيك هزتني للفيلم
The
What do you
Wizard of
think
Oz.
about Singing in the Rain by the way?
حتى نشوف Singing in the Rain جنبك قلت لك تو باش نرجعوا له
مش
معناها
Singing in the Rain انت شو اسمه
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz
But I see how people probably they've been losing their minds كي أول ما طلعوا كل. Uh, the thing that it didn't hook me as much as Singing in the Rain. I don't know
ايه
whether is it معناها first of all I know the story معناها all the details of the story. هاك اللي معناها I wasn't waiting for anything to happen. ف
ايه
معنى that part متاع feeling like hey I want to see what will happen from the story ده كل ما صار لي ف I was mostly watching it for the style and the directing and how well it is put اللي I can see برسم how much love it is poured into that movie Land of Munchkins هذيك مش عادية it's علاش قلت لك I see how برسمي a great of a movie is I just didn't feel it that much خاطر for whatever reason معناها I know the story معناها بتاع الفيلم وكل شيء.
no but then I had a better experience than you
I'm not saying that it's better at the same time. أما علاش قلت لك at a certain point أنت you know details بتاع الستوري ولا؟
nope
أوكي خاطر أنا نعرف من قبل ديجا قبل راهو عدوا حتى في هذيك حكايات ما أحلاها.
في حكايات ما أحلاها ذيك معناها كلا هاو داي كلا لينك ذم.
اني I remember the story really well. هذاك هو تاع قلت لك أليس في بلاد العجائب.
لا لا في باليش معناها اللي هي ما هو عاملاه في حكايات ما أحلاها. شفت
أنا
اللي هما قالوا معناها أنا it's dedicated معناها كيما نقولوا for the people who love the story و for the youngsters معناها وكل شيء.
yeah.
أما ما نعرف على حد شيء ستوري.
Yeah. الحصيلة that was for me that was the main reason هكا اللي I already knew what will happen. Other than that the sheer amount I don't know why it feels like movies they used to make when the people at that era they were happier. ليه I'm not sure about. الفيلم طلع عام 39 وقت in like literally قاعد كيف بدأت الحرب العالمية الثانية.
إيه
And for whatever reason, the sheer amount of energy and everyone is happy and smiling, it boggles my mind. تيجي أصلا توريك how أصلا تحس Hollywood they started making movies like literally like Indian movies now. أنا events happening and then scenes and music وكل but somehow بعدين they deviated.
وات معناها وات.
Man, to I don't want to call it serious, أما to way more less energetic style of making movie.
I actually like that about them.
I think.
من انك يو ستارت واتشن مثال كي بديت نتفرج يعني في ننسى اسمه ديما كي نجي نقول اسمه نقول Singin in the Rain.
Wizard of Oz.
when you start معناها watching the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
كان عادي هيك تتفرج وتشوف هيك نوار بلون كل شيء. when she started singing somewhere over the rainbow. it was good معناها كل شيء.
Yep.
قلت لي انا ما نعرفش الفيلم تحسه it gets more silly you know. it keeps getting sillier. but at the same time أنا كيما نقولوا كلا you understand why. وماكش كارهها معناها حتى كي قاعد تتفرج خاطر once it started معناها كيما نقولوا once it started معناها كيما نقولوا with colors وكل شيء بعد ما كانت نوار بلون أنا after the tornado وقت بعد الإعصار.
Yep.
بعد الإعصار كي ولات معناها in colors وكل شيء honestly it was beautiful معناها it's so impressive معناها what they did معناها كيما نقولوا عام 1939.
Yeah,
it
ديجا
was
أصلا
so beautiful حسين.
that tornado scene, it is one of the best tornado scenes أصلا. Well, I don't remember watching a lot of movies in tornadoes, but it felt so real. Like تحس like the energy بتاع ذيك الريح وكل that was perfectly directed مش عادي.
Yeah حتى من بعد معناها البارتس اللي من بعد تعداو وكل شيء they were perfectly directed.
Yeah.
معناها السين وقت اللي يجيو هنا ذوك تحسهم كيما الدورفز كذا يشطحوا و
Yeah,
everybody's
the
dancing
munchkins.
وتقاليد واحتفالات ومانشكنز والفازات هذوك الكل.
Yeah.
معناها that was معناها كيما نقولوا eye pleasing فهمت pleasing to the eye. وصحيح معناها كيما نقولوا story wasn't معناها كيما نقولوا that engaging especially for like 25 years old. معناها ما فماش فاستك اللي you wanna see what's gonna happen or something. معناها حتى كان معناها هنا she met شو اسمه she met السكيركرو معناها she wants a brain. she met then the tin man he wants a heart. then she met a lion صار مش عادي he's my favorite character.
Yeah.
اللاين والله كان الفيلم وحده.
Yeah.
I mean a coward lion. a coward lion و ما عرفتش the way he talks هيك وكل شيء وهيز بين معناها كيما نقولوا سيسي هيك وكل شيء. that
بالضبط.
was funny. فمش هو معناها كيما نقولوا watching it كلا I wasn't like waiting for what's gonna happen ولا waiting to see Oz ولا حاجة كيما هكاك. it was maybe just معناها I wanted to see more characters يمشيو معاها maybe. I didn't think معناها كيما نقولوا يكونوا just 3. but it was good either way معناها.
Yeah,
لين
yeah.
وصلوا لآز مش عارف what I liked اللي هو فما كلام فما a lot of encrypted meanings ولا تحسهم hidden meanings or something like that. فما
yeah
symbolism برشا حاجات but you're not sure. معناها you're not sure معناها كيما نقولوا اللي هو مشي في الدايركشن هذيك ولا في دايركشن اخر.
are you talking about معناه as in meaning as in معناه the I don't want to call it the vanilla stuff أما as in مثلا for example like hey معناه في الآخر they all discovered إنهم through that journey they actually line became معناه brave وهذاك metal man Iron Man he started feeling stuff شو اسمه start crow شو اسمه
Scarecrow.
scarecrow uh, what was the scarecrow wants a brain
Brain.
yeah he already had he معناه he planned stuff وكل معناه it was kind of واضح المسج of the film معناه how through that journey
لا
they
I'm not
all
talking
go
about
together
that.
أما أنت تحكي as in symbolism معناه as in أصلا the different elements of the movie
It's like for example معناها من أول ما she wakes up هيك وكل شيء تلقى روحها في the land of Oz.
yeah
ما نعرفش it's like a symbolism of the afterlife ولا حاجة كيما هكاك.
تحكي that way yeah I mean
و
you can
honestly
definitely
I
say
wanted
that
to I never wanted her to get back كل
oh
ريت ملي طار هو كلا ملي طار هذاك آز
yeah
خلاه هيك كل شيء بعد اللي somehow they helped her وجاتك الفيري معناه وكل شيء.
mm-hmm.
لكن I don't know I wanted it to be sad. I got emotional صح. I don't know why.
okay
Basically معناه في آخر الفيلم
uh-huh.
معناه خاصة when you see معناه كيما نقولوا how dark it is. معناها it is that happy معناها و silly و dreamy و like معناها كيما نقولوا adventure with this tin man و scarecrow
Mm-hmm.
وكل شيء. but معناها she's dead actually معناها. I
Mm-hmm.
found it معناها كيما نقولوا I found it very dark. معناها
yeah
انك توري معناها كيما نقولوا what that girl is going through معناها she's being happy she's meeting all her friends those friends معناها وكل شيء.
mm-hmm.
but she's dead anyway she wants to get back معناها وكل she wants to leave that place that she actually liked معناها وكل but still معناها she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I like that part معناها I wanted to remain that way معناها a dark story معناها كيما نقولوا about a near dead near
Mm-hmm.
death experience or something of
that's
that
death
girl معناها
experience
اللي
مش حتى
died.
أصلا near death
yeah death experience معناها كلا after life أصلا
the
معناها
afterlife yeah
that would be poetic. أما شنو معناها كيما نقولوا I liked زادا كلا it got me emotional when she got back و she kept
she realized
repeating
the value
there is
of
nothing like home.
family yeah
when they kept repeating معناها كيما نقولوا the quote there is nothing like home there is
uh-huh.
ولا he nowhere like home حاجة كيما هكاك.
yeah
هذيك it got me emotional كلا كيما فيلم كليك وكل شيء. like معناها كلا even though معناها it's silly it's just a little girl وكل شيء but I don't know. معناها خلي يعني تو نتفرج كيما هكاك وانت حتى تفرجت you could see why it was beautiful. Imagine معناها people actually in 1939 معناها كيما
يعني
نقولوا
قلت لك
how
I
would
see
they
how the
react to that.
collective minds of people وقت يدخلوا الفيلم probably they were losing their minds over it Scorsese considered one of his معناه one of his favorites أصلا المهم عرفت قلت لك يعني for me
يس بس
يمكن
وراه عمره 10 سنين أكثر مش عارف.
yeah أنت تحس معناه أنت you went even to deeper areas معناه when you were watching the movie
ما كملتلكش فاز هذيك كلا for example like شفت I don't know ما نعرفش when they met Oz for
yeah
example
yeah
they kept hearing معناها كيما نقولوا Oz this powerful wizard
mm-hmm.
he can give them a brain and stuff like that معناها كل شيء.
yep
بعد اللي كي مشاو له معناها يلقاوه معناها it was fake معناها ما
yeah
فماش that floating green head ولا super powers ولا magic ولا حاجة.
mm-hmm.
everything he gave them معناها كيما نقولوا was already within them. معناها
Mm-hmm.
الآخر عطاه وسام شجاعة ما he didn't give him courage معناها كل شيء. He
yeah
just معناها told him أنك عندك وسام شجاعة so he became brave.
yeah
ولا الآخر معناها أنا كلا قال له معناها أنا you're smart ونعرفش شنو هذيك I don't know تحسهاش kind معناها كيما نقولوا religious anti religious or something.
Anti-religious.
معناها إنه معناها us is like God himself and turns out it's fake معناها كيما نقولوا human created it what was
Uh-huh.
human behind it معناها وكل شيء. حتى معناها كيما نقولوا those superpowers اللي they were waiting ولا magic it was within humans معناها كيما نقولوا من الأول.
Mm-hmm.
معناها let's talk even about values وكل شيء اللي هما they were looking for a heart for a brain
Uh-huh.
for معناها كيما نقولوا courage اللي هما some human values معناها وكل.
Yeah,
they are معناها كيما نقولوا in our essence معناها you don't need a god معناها كيما نقولوا to give it to you ولا حاجة كيما هكا. I can't saw it like that. Made sense for me that way.
I see your point and it makes a lot of sense. علاش قلت لك the only
خاصة
thing
إنها
is
مربوطة بالafter life معناها وكل.
انت you went to deeper stuff like the movie actually carried you to that level. Honestly I didn't reach that level of immersion تحكى like really thinking and digging the symbolism and the philosophical stuff about the movie. I don't know, is it because من اللي بديت في الفيلم and me knowing the story هكا اللي I was هكا اللي I was telling myself okay I already know the story and I didn't like really dig deep into it خاطر I felt like I know the message behind the movie. Or معناها is it هذيك هي معناها يمكن I just didn't see those stuff. But yeah
I don't know maybe there is a part of it. هذاك علاش ديما نقول لك I wanna go into a movie without knowing معناها كيما نقولوا stuff about it. كيما حتى حكينا على اوبنهايمر قلت لك I would have loved the movie if I didn't know the story.
yeah I mean في الفاز هذيك يعني في فاز اوبنهايمر معناها it's if you enjoy documentaries you will probably enjoy Oppenheimer. But either way I think at this case معناها ما
هو
نحبش
it
تفرج في
was
الستوري بتاع Cinderella and you knowing the story بتاع Cinderella either way it will
exactly
I
yeah.
think it will have the
أنا either way
diminishing
معناها كيما نقولوا there is an amount of enjoyment.
yeah بالضبط عارف قلت لك ديجا اصلا first of all the visual effects I don't know how the hell they pulled the first scene هذيك بتاع tornado مش عارف it's mind boggling وقت there was no CGI ما فهمش حاجه اسمها CGI
yeah
how they did it and اصلا the force بتاع الwind وكل honestly salute to that. But yeah I will happily give it a 9. If I'm going to rate
happily
it
give
in
it a
terms of
9.
star probably I will give it also 4.5.
Nice. Yeah, I would give it 4 actually.
انت actually gave it 5.
نحكي على Singin in the Rain ولا
نحكي عن
Wizard
Wizard of
of
Oz.
Oz. They give it 5.
Hey, yeah you gave it 5. Yep,
ايه ولا اعطيته am I back to my senses ولا I was emotional وقتها I don't know but
uh-huh.
at the time أنا كيما نقولوا it
It hit,
deserved 5.
yeah it hit you so hard. Yeah I see that honestly that's totally unsustainable. But yeah The Wizard of Oz a super classic. At least we can now say
You
that
can't understand why it's super classic
yeah
وهي
بالضبط
شنو علاش توا كلا رجعت في فازة كلا I didn't think I gave it 5 stars خاطر it wasn't like Singing in the Rain for me. It didn't click as much as Singing in the Rain.
Singing in
But
the Rain.
كيما نقولوا but for كيما نقولوا what was the story doing كيما نقولوا تحسوا purpose it served كلا its full potential نتاع 5 stars.
Yeah it deserves a 5 star. The thing is cinema as اصلا as an كي تجي تخمم مش عارف paintings والmusic وكل they've been for hundreds and hundreds of years. Cinema is literally less than a century ago. فهكا اللي برسمي you see معناها we're at a point you can see how people were discovering what you can do with this art form with this new form كل شيء you can see them doing it in real time and it is really well documented. You can see somehow how this movie was trying to do a lot of new things.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
هذاك علاش ديما كل I appreciate the directors اللي they're trying to revive those stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're the ones who established the rules. Anyway, that was The Wizard of Oz. And then you watched وقتها بالزهر وقتها ديجا أنا قلت لك ريكومنديت لك على البلاس وقلت لك if you have time watch The Man from Earth.
قلت I'll watch it right now.
Yeah, هكا كلي اوكي وقتها اوكي no معناها هكا كلي okay if you're going to watch it I also need to watch something I'm not gonna just leave you okay.
لأني وقتها كله معناها I don't know it was a night on fire كل على بعض نتفرج في الأفلام تك تك معناها كنا نخدم مالتي ساعتين من غدوة و I still got energy معناها خاصة بعد ما تفرج في زوز أفلام.
Yeah.
Like I got that spirit من عام 2013 back again.
Nice.
So I got the recommendation ما مانيش نقعد نلوج على recommendation. Yeah, so لما go for it مشيت طول حطيته كيما هكاك without hesitation تفرجت فيه و it was short kind معناها ساعة 27 دقيقة.
Yeah, a sad 20. I don't know how long the generic is. Here's the thing. The movie was on my I remember that movie really well as in على خاطر من قبل حنا نتفرج فيه من اللي since the early days when I had ذيك الايديا نتاع Apartment 6 على خاطر all what I knew about the movie اللي الفيلم حتى هو فيه just people talking so it can be a reference to that. I never got a chance to watch it. And once I watched it
لا حتى ديما يعرضني راهو The Man from Earth معناها كل شيء. I never thought that would be the concept. كي نقرا The Man from Earth كلا ديما يمشي المخي اللي هو معناها كيما نقولوا معناها I don't know sci-fi movie حاجة كيما هكاك.
هو جاي الفايب نتاع الساي
Like someone came. It's like معناها كيما نقولوا visible sci-fi معناها
yeah. Visual
someone
sci-fi.
actually came معناها someone actually came from another planet or something.
Yeah. الحصير I watched it وكل I really liked it but at the same time it was a movie a lost potential.
Kinda yeah.
بالرسم I don't know if you agree on this or not. أما the concept itself جاني so captivating. الconcept مش عادي. معناها
Yeah it is معناها even though معناها كيما نقولوا it was only a conversation.
بالضبط.
But you feel like you were a part of it معناها كلا the questions they've been asking و how they trying كيما نقولوا make him معناها كيما نقولوا look wrong ولا حاجة كيما هكاك.
Yeah.
You can't have those kind of same questions معناها
بالضبط.
احنا اصلا anyway we had that kind of احنا
وقتها قلت لي وهذيك نسيتها completely this conversation.
قبل ما نرقد بشوية حكينا فيه الموضوع وحكينا معناها السيم كونسبت بريسك. قلت لي من 10 لفاتك نقاك القط.
اوكي لا yeah that's why انا probably قبل ما نقول probably I was نسمع فيك وكو yes الواحد shut down.
بعدين لقيت سيم كونسبت معناها in a movie وكل شيء. Anyway yeah it had the potential معناها كيما نقولوا to be greater.
Way greater على خاطر even though with all the kind of wrong turns the movie took and still جاني معناها engaging. That just shows how interesting the concept is. But if it was done right, I think there's a really good movie right there.
Yeah, that shows also the power of a dialogue.
Yeah, even though technically كل
why
was
dialogues معناها كيما نقولوا شنو؟
قلت لك even though it was all معناها exposition but it was معناها it was for a reason. Like it felt like okay you're learning stuff while they are learning it وكل. At the same time there was كما قلت there are some misalignment بس هذيك كلي how they took a turn to إنه هو is actually Jesus and كل شيء كلي did you have to do that.
تحسها طيحت في الريتم بتاع الفيلم.
Yeah it was like a weird turn. Also في الآخر I don't see a reason معناها حبوا يعملوا هذيك فاست نايت شالمان في الاخر انا كلي بلوت تويست you didn't see it first and oh he was actually the dad of that professor. It wasn't
Yeah, حطينا I didn't like it.
it wasn't established جملة معناها why would you do that. I also wish عارف the movie could have ended perfectly if
He
أصلا
wanted to
they
create.
here's what I was gonna say the movie could have been perfect with a perfect ending لو كان عملوا حاجة كما Inception as in they left you wonder was he lying or was he معناها just معناها just bluffing or was he actually telling the truth. Don't reveal it to us, that will make you think. فما علاش قلت لك
Exactly.
فما a lot of these هيك like wrong turns وكل the movie does the concept itself does have a huge potential. I wish someone will make معناها movie with that concept again.
Yeah, actually مش عارف ما عندي ما نزيد عليك خاطر that's the same thing معناها كيما نقولوا I thought after watching the movie. But I didn't like the religious turn جملة.
Yeah.
It was like going in a perfect way but they made it the religious. Turns out to be Jesus. Why the fuck would you go there معناها كده.
Yeah بالضبط.
والاخرى معناها كيما نقولوا she got religious وما عرفش شنو و she started crying هيك وكل شيء. It should have stayed معناها كيما نقولوا scientific historical و logical وكهو من غير ما تدخل امور religion فيها. تحسه قبل هنا he just wanted to make a plot twist or something زاد فزدها به.
Yeah
I mean
هو تحس it was
psychiatrist ما
كده
عرفت شنو
like
but it
for
turns
just
out
for
to
an
be your son.
for an old moment. Yeah. كلي wow this is actually Jesus and we didn't know that. And no, I didn't buy it.
same
The movie for me was one.
I
If I
didn't
had the
like it.
idea for this movie, I wouldn't actually have the courage to actually make that movie. Literally الفيلم مصور عام 2007 وبارامون مصور with a garbage camera معناها. Literally التليفونات تو تصور خير كاميرا مع bazillion time better than الكواليتي بتاع الفيلم. تحس لدرجة الكونسبت بتاع الموفي it's not ما هوش فيلم بتاع ان هم just people sitting in a room and just talking. I don't know. It can be the scope of the story can be way bigger, not just people talking.
Yeah, it could have been, but maybe they couldn't معناها كيما تقولوا
Yeah,
do.
وقت الفلا was limitation. ديجا أصلا a lot of people
Oh,
consider it a cult movie. Cult movie معناها people معناها it is like one of those not so well known movie. That's number one. At the same time, it grew a cult around it. People thinking that it is so great وكل شيء. I see that. One might be true. And you also like the movie. I think I didn't expect that.
لا I liked it معناها مين كمان معناها it was engaging
Mm-hmm.
ومعناها 3/4 من الفيلم بريسك معناها كانوا مريقلين بخلاف معناها كيما نقولوا religious turn
Mm-hmm.
والفازات اللي صاروا هذوك من الكل.
Yeah.
معناها والبلات تويست اللي حب يعملها في الآخر. كما
Mm.
قلت أنت معناها كان خلاها an open ending بتاع إنه معناها after he told them all of that كلها تلفت وقال لهم معناها it was just a story I've been messing with you وهيك وكل شيء وخرجت just to talk with the other one that loves him و she helped him back وكل شيء. That
Yeah.
will makes you wonder معناها كيما نقولوا was he saying the truth or not.
Yeah.
And that's it. غير لك البلات تويست هذيك بتاع الآخر ولد ولا حد شيء.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if we can make a movie like this, technically, it is not that hard.
Yeah, if they could كلها we can.
Yeah. I mean, it is just about. You realize the biggest part is he actually getting a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not even technical الحكاية.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, that was The Men from Earth. We highly recommend you watch it. The best في Letterboxd like 31% of the people who rated the movie they gave it 4 stars. I don't totally agree on that.
I don't know. I can't حتى
It's a
كذا. It's
7
like
movie.
3.5
Yeah, same.
ولا 3 stars.
6 it's kind of unfair. جتني 3.5. It's a 7 movie. ديجا أصلا sum of all the ratings sums up to 7.2. 7.4 7.2 7.4 no 7.4.
Yeah, that's kind of appropriate.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the stuff you watched. I'm going to move to the stuff I watched. A lot of common things. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to. Did we talk last time about Singing in the Rain?
يعني في كان في التليفون شباب.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna glance over. The Killer. The Killer was a David Fincher movie. It could have been way better, and it is. البارح جاي نفصل فيها نحكي نورم على فيلم The Killer.
ايه
فما there's that line يقولوا فيه ساعات معناها when it comes to certain movies يقول لك يا إما substance over style ولا style over substance. The idea is إن فما movies that تحس ال hero of the movie هو المخرج literally. The style of his style of directing وكل more than the actual story. For me this movie
ايه
felt like that. You see David Fincher with his style and how meticulous and how clean every single frame is. But at the same time, it is an action movie. And it wasn't معناها as engaging as I was thinking. معناها مش كيما 7. Even though الرايتر هو نفسه اللي كتب 7 by the way. حصيله. It's a good movie. I gave it
I
3
will give it a
stars.
try.
I gave 3 stars and probably deserve even قديش some of ratings. The vast majority thinks it is okay. السم بتاع كل شيء يجيك 3.5. That's a 7 movie.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, Singing in the Rain, 5 stars and a heart. That movie is perfect.
It is. اللي قلت لك انا كنت حاط بيج لباوسكي في التوب فور بعدين قعدت نخمم ونخمم ونخمم بعدين وصلت لي نحيته حطيت في بلاصتو
Wait, you
Singing in the
changed
Rain.
the top 4?
ما شفتهاش صارتي. I thought you saw it من أول ما بدلت.
No, مش في بالي وقت خاطرك حكينا قلت لي it was so tough as in مش في بالي okay you didn't change it.
بص هو تعرف صحيح but I don't know كي خممت فيها كل it should have been there الله غالب.
Understandable. Anyway بعدين تفرجت في
I mean
500.
I like the
أها.
Big Lebowski معناها it's like so special to me وكل شيء من
Singing in the Rain is
as
a
a
whole
movie
another
to another
level.
movie معناها كيما نقولوا Singing in the Rain is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, the energy and of that movie
That movie just gives you happiness.
بالضبط. Anyways.
It involves a lot of aspects معناها كيما نقولوا السينما itself
Cinema itself, music, على dancing
cinema
pieces,
evolution,
على message, على acting, على that
dancing,
movie is perfect.
acting, singing,
Yeah,
musical, directing.
yeah. That movie deserves a spot in, well, probably, will I put it in my top 4?
يا زيارين انت
The
في
thing,
حاطط سينما باراديسو
حاط Cinema Paradiso.
ها
Yeah, حاطط Cinema Paradiso.
كمل معاهم سينجن ان ذا رين واللي هنا زوز كيف كيف.
Inception,
بلس
no way in hell باش نجم
انسبشن
نحيه. Blade Runner
بالي
also that
بلس
movie.
انسبشن عندي بالب فيكشن
Yeah,
في بلس بليد رانر عندي فايت كلوب.
yeah. Cinema Paradiso or The Godfather. I might actually get rid of The Godfather. Oof,
يا زيارين
that's tough. Anyway, 500 Days of Summer. I like that movie. I mean, Auntie didn't like it.
I fucking hate it مش I didn't like it one part.
Okay, you actually hate it. Even though
Yeah.
the reviews of that movie weren't that negative على فكرة. Like,
شنو؟
it's a 3.6, that's 7.2.
Yeah, I still hate it.
Okay, interesting. I don't hate that movie.
It's not like I hate it معناها كيما نقولوا I hate it as in معناها كيما نقولوا I hate
Don't
Shang-Chi
breathe
ولا
too.
حاجات كيما هكاك ولا Don't Breathe 2 ولا معناها هذوكم I hate them I hate them كده those movies should have never been
Mate.
made.
Yeah.
I hate it as I hate the story behind it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I
معناها
see
as a
that.
movie as a making of
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that bad actually man.
Yeah.
It was realistic وكل غيرش معناها the story كل
Uh,
bad وباري.
mm-hmm. After that, I watched Your Name, the Japanese movie. The movie is perfect, 5 stars. It is literally perfect. I can't describe it with any other word. And it hits so hard. فما scene في الوسط it's mind boggling, and the concept is so interesting. حكينا وقتها ديجا في التليفون how Japanese movies have this superpower to how they can introduce like slight هيك معناها slight concepts of fiction in a really nice integrated way. تحسها like part of the narrative, not just هيك موجودة for the sake إن هي موجودة. Like
بالضبط
most
هذاك
of
اللي it's
Studio
been on
Ghibli
the list
movies.
عنده برشا I never thought about watching it.
Give it a shot. You will probably cry your eyes out.
Yeah I will أنا مش عارف البريود هذيا كلها معناها راجع النفحة متاع الأفلام أمور أنتو معناها كيما نقولوا real stuff
Uh-huh.
معناها the stuff like After Hours و those kind of movies.
Yeah. Anyway, بعدين اتفرجت في The Man from Earth, we just talked about it. بعدين اتفرجت في The Wizard of Oz, we talked about it. And then I watched Little Miss Sunshine.
أيوة كارد. How was it? What do you think? اللي هذيك I used the card فيها.
Little Miss Sunshine is let me find the right way to describe it. First of all, it is so wholesome. That's number one. The energy that movie has, like خاصة في الآخر, that dance scene that deserves a star by itself.
Exactly هي اللي كلها تتلم في last dance scene.
بالضبط. حاجة I was watching the movie. Okay, I'm liking the dynamic, how the story is evolving وكل بس هذيك بس الكنبة كيفاش لازم يدزوها لازم يدوا باش يطلعوا وكل
هي
those scenes were highlights معناها بالرسمي خاصة with the music وكل شيء. The message that معناها carried throughout the movie بس بعتقد how grandpa died بعتقد how they actually that kid actually performed وكل and how they all just went على الركح and they started singing. It is a movie that makes you happy. This is the best way I can describe it.
هذيك هذاك معناها هو I discovered it وقتها نلقى معناها كيما نقولوا بلاي ليست زادة نتاع موفيز معناها كيما نقولوا that bring you happiness. Movies that got the elixir of happiness somehow. لا والليست معناها كيما نقولوا it was so rich. أنا فيها كل الأفلام اللي نعرفهم كيما High School Musical. But I found معناها من غادي عرفت The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. عرفت Fantastic Mr. Fox متاع ويس أندرسون. And I got to know Little Miss Sunshine. ووقتها كي تفرجت في Little Miss Sunshine كلها وقتها قبل برشا معناها مازال ما تفرجتش في برشا أفلام خاصة إنك الهانج أوت موفيز وكل شيء. I'm still معناها كيما نقولوا مازلت ما دخلتش في الدومين هذاك بالباهي معناها الهانج أوت موفيز and all. نتاع إنه أنا just معناها people أنا they wanna go to some place ويصيروا لهم فازات ولا حاجة. And I started watching it كما قلت أنت أنا I like the dynamic of the movie what's going on معناها وكل شيء. وعادي وبارا معناها until جيت فاست دانس هذيك بالحق كلها لمت كل شيء. How she started dancing هيك وكل شيء everybody was booing her they didn't like her. بعتلي هبطت وقتها خالها وهبطوا عائلتها الكوليكات وجست معناها كيما نقولوا support her.
That was so
Man
awesome.
that like هذاك اللي خلاني نحب فيلم كامل. بعد هنا كي عودت كل شيء معناها كلا you like it as a whole معناها you understand معناها why it is great حتى من الأول من الآخر معناها وكل شيء.
yeah.
And how the dynamic leads to the last scene.
Mm-hmm.
أما ذيك هي the last scene is basically the most wholesome thing about the movie man. One of the most wholesome scenes of all
بالضبط
cinema.
هيك اللي معلش قلت لك هذيك باي itself هيك اللي it's a whole another star هيك خاطر كل everything that happened now كل it elevated to 100.
Exactly تبدأ تتفرج معناها وكل شيء هانك اوكي هانك you're following them و it's kind of معناها sad like
yeah.
في الآخر معناها he's like color blind he can't go to
the flight school.
معناها كيما نقولوا the flight school
yeah.
والآخر كل هي committed suicide وكمل الجد توفى ودرا شنية معناها
Mm-hmm.
it was going in a sad way.
yeah.
But when you see معناها the other scene وكل شيء it's like it draws a smile on your face ولا كيفاه.
yeah. top review في letterboxd على الفيلم that dude Dwayne اللي هو basically he doesn't talk.
ايه
top review في letterboxd Dwayne's first word in 9 months being fuck. It's very relatable. And actually it is you know thinking about it.
yeah يعني غير تفرجت فيه برشا مرات معناها كل الفضفض.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, I watched Little Miss Sunshine, and then I watched Cha Cha Real Smooth.
هذا اللي يعني في بالي it's just معناها كيما نقولوا it's just a meme reference ولا it's just like some famous slang saying معناها cha real smooth.
No, actually, it is an actual
Turns
movie.
out it's in the name of the
It
movie.
is 2022 movie.
How was it?
Okay, here's the story behind like مع الفيلم. I remember stumbling on the trailer sometime مش عارف في 2021 ولا مدريش ايمتى وقتها. I remember thinking to myself, okay, this is one of معناها هذوك معرفتهم كالأفلام اللي streaming service شو يصنعون كيما نتفليكس ولا حاجة يهبطوهم لك and for whatever reason people will just watch them. I think I'm technically okay, let's just watch the movie. I liked the movie. It is a coming of age story and film some really معناها cool heartwarming stuff happening throughout the movie. أما أكثر حاجة جنبك اللي قلت لك عليه الدايركتور والسكرين رايتر والمين actor وهو basically by the same dude اسمه كوبر ريف and he's just 26 years old من عام 97. And this is his second feature film المفروض. Let me just verify. The Trashers. I don't know إيش يطلع. Madeline Cooper. Yeah, this is his third feature film. حصيله probably as a big movie this is his second. أما الفكرة شنو هيك تعرف هيك I fall into the trap معناه أنك أنت like hey look what he's doing he got Dakota Johnson to act in his movie وكل شيء and meanwhile I'm still trying to make even a short film. Heck, it made me feel bad like hey just go do it. So yeah. The movie as شو اسمه الافريج Abdallah do you copy?
ايه نسمع فيه.
الموفي overall معناه as in rating it is 7.6 with 7.6 with 33% of the people rating the movie they gave it 4 stars. A third of the people watching it literally third of the people think it is an 8 movie. So put it on your watch list either way. It is not top priority. I'm not gonna use the card for it. But Ryan Conley liked it.
Oh what?
Yeah.
So we should like it.
Not necessarily.
في بالي it was a joke معناها.
Yeah.
أنا نفس الفازة كلها a movie liked by everyone وأنت ما تعرفش عليش.
yeah. فكرت بهذيك الهات تيك هذيك وقت نتاع 2001 Space Odyssey.
إيه.
Anyway, it's a nice movie. We need to make a movie Abdallah. بعتري today I watched Lessons of Darkness. تسمع به ورنر هرزوغ.
Lessons of Darkness.
المخرج اسمه ورنر هرزوغ. عندك بالماستر كلاس تفكر تفرجت فيها. he make movies عارف on the style بتاع شو اسمه بتاع لكن based on you هذاك النفاخ تيرنس مالك.
ذاك I would never get his movies.
عارف the thing Lessons of Darkness is literally just a very it's just 54 minutes just of drone shots. يحكي على الحرب ذيك كي صارت على الكويت والكل.
يقول له روح انت والحرب بتاع الكويت.
I really liked it. Honestly, I liked the movie. عارف okay here's مش نقول لك كيفاش تحبيه الفيلم.
لحظة الدايركتور هو هذا نفسه ولا تيرس مالك؟
No الدايركتور هو ورنر هيرزوغ واحد آخر. أما it does share a lot of similarities حتى مع تيرنس مالك. As in style بتاع. It is not the movie is not trying to tell a story. The movie is just show you how horrible war can be. إني عارف فما some shots they are some of the most horrific shots ever. برسم. Like one of the things اللي صارت في الكويت وقت ما they also destroyed a lot of معنا محطات متاع بترول. And one of the shots is like literally you see a black sea, like معنا a sea of literally a sea of oil. And how the camera is flying over it. ومن غادي معنا imagine you see black like there's black water كل هيك like a huge field كلها it's black. ومن غادي من بعيد you see like a huge fireball like قاعدة تشعل. And the really scary thing that he was documenting real events. معنى that was the case وقتها. I think it's so horrifying.
Document real events.
Yeah, the movie is not narrative. The movie he shot real stuff. He's on a helicopter shooting.
Oh, okay.
And the most the movie overall falls under a category you can call it experimental films. I guess it's self-explanatory. Movies that are trying to do something new. بغض النظر معناه okay sometimes they get boring وكل شيء. I remember watching a lot of حتى people on YouTube وكل they recommend watching them not for the sake أصلا بتاع انك انت يمكن for the sake of enjoyment ولا I don't know أصلا you don't watch those movies with high expectation as in انك انت you will actually enjoy them but more to see like okay here's what people are experimenting with and through that you get new ideas and بشوي معناه you start maybe انك انت you come up with ideas that will become yours. الفاز هذه معناه they معناه كيما مثلا قبل by watching more and more movies you see people trying different things and by trying those different things and seeing you develop a sense of how a story is told وكل شيء. That's the same reason why مثلا same thing from a film محمد فرج فيه حتى it is an experimental movie اللي هو something like 1 hour and a half of just like different cities on the world that are too crowded and you see people doing stuff. What I read about the reviews about this movie is that it make you feel برسمي how much people there is in the world that's number one and how insignificant everyone is but at the same time he is significant على خاطر كل واحد does have their own story. Was that game it's hard to tell. I don't remember a movie that makes you realize what I feel about these stuff. تحس ان there's just stuff انت مش عارف في عمارة من فوق وتشوف برشا عباد يتعدوا هكا كل بينك وبين روحك start wondering like hey every واحد منهم هكا they do have their own life and their own story going on.
I always think about that actually.
بالضبط. But what about a movie that makes you actually feel that? I don't remember a movie that made me feel like that. الفيلم اللي نحكي عليه I forgot his name كنت حاب أعطيه تمرهولك أما نحصيله people say it did something similar it makes you feel that to contemplate life وكل شيء. I like these sort of movies. So yeah, give it a shot. I also am not gonna use the card for this movie. Anyway, and the last movie اللي I watched it before, literally before we started recording the podcast. Oh, it was After Hours, and we already talked about it.
Yeah.
Either way, I have a suggestion.
ما انت جيت فرجت فيه هني واحنا we started with my movies هكذا.
Yeah, بالضبط. Anyway, I have a suggestion. اللي هو what if هو قبل وتراي هذيك الفايز ان كل واحد بيش ريكومندي فيلم للاخر. We only did it twice على خاطر بعت لي we yeeted the podcast for a year.
ايه.
So I have this idea اللي هي I have this book بتاع the entire history of cinema. And what I was thinking is what about every single week I will معناها بشوف شنو في الكتاب I will pick 2 movies معناها chronologically تنحطوهم أصلا في playlist في letterbox. We watch those 2 movies. Some of them في الأول probably a lot of them would be short وكل شيء we can watch a lot of them. And then gradually we watch all of those movies, and the really nice thing we will document our journey through watching hopefully a brief history of cinema. What do you think?
I'm in kick. You know what I mean, man.
Okie dokie. You need to put the time to watch the movies. That's why movies are a huge commitment.
I am already putting the time, man. I could to watch movies.
Okay, perfecto then. Kaneka will agree on the next movies another time. Thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Chimerians podcast. We were your hosts, Yassine and Abdallah. Have a nice weekend, and we'll talk to you all next week. Peace.
Good night.